Welcome back to Consistent Profits. This time around, we're doing a forecast on GBP USD, Euro USD, the Nasdaq, as well as the S&P. Without wasting time, let's have a look at these charts. Awesome. If you haven't already, kindly like, comment, and subscribe if you find value out of this channel. And for those who would like to engage with me on a email, I have an email linked below. Before me, it is the US 500, and what we had already spoken about is the potential that this market could crash all the way to the downside, which transpired. However, we will also look into see if this market is going to push to the upside, seek higher prices as well. And since we realized that there was a crash to the downside, we see also that price have left a few fair value gaps, which this week we will see if price is potentially going to trade into them and then align ourselves according to the reactions that we see once price trades into these fair value gaps. The scenario that we are anticipating is for price to, since it has broken below this level, to continue momentum to the low, to seek this level over here and potentially crash all the way to the downside into this level over here. However, another scenario that could play out is for price to begin to seek higher prices, trading into this fair value gap highlighted or this one above it, as normally those attract price. So once price have traded into this fair value gap, because the momentum to the downside is much more prevalent at this stage, we are going to see a potential crash to the downside, taking out this level. And this one, if it would not yet be taken, and then from there we will see if price is going to crash all the way into this level over here and this gap that we see over here. That is one scenario that can play out, and really this market is leaning more towards that bias. However, another scenario is for price to trade to the upside, trade above these fair value gaps, use them as support and continue momentum into this level over here, take it out, and then from there we will see how price reacts. Maybe price might crash from that level once it has been taken, or simply use that level as support and continue momentum to the upside. However, for now we are observing how price is going to be reacting at this level where it is at right now. Right here, we want to see how price trades. If price is going to use that as resistance, continue to the downside, or simply rejection level, and then we begin to see price trade into this fair value gaps, and from there we align ourselves according to what we see in the market. Now we have the US 100 Nasdaq, and we can see, just as the US 500, we were anticipating a potential move to the upside to take out this level and continue further up. However, another scenario that we knew could play out was for price to trade into this level, crash all the way to the downside, and begin to trade into this level, which haven't happened yet. However, we have this fair value gap here, these two, just like on the US 500. These levels are the attraction levels. Potentially price is going to trade into them, one of them or both of them, and then we see how price reacts from there, and then potentially see price crash all the way to the downside to take out this level and this level over here, which, just as the US 500, that scenario is most likely, meaning the most likely scenario is that we're going to see a bearish week. majority of the week we're going to be in a bearish state as far as this market is concerned. Reason being, you can see that the US 500 is typically in a bearish state. You look at the Dow Jones as well as typically in a bearish state, and therefore the Nasdaq is most likely to follow suit and continue bearish momentum. However, we will see how Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday trades as well, because that will give us a clear picture as to what we can expect going forward as far as these markets are concerned. Now we have the Euro USD, EU, and what we expected was for price to continue momentum to the downside, which was already prevalent for weeks now, and the week prior to last week was also bearish, and we anticipated this week, the past week, to also be bearish, and we saw that take place. This level was taken out, and we're seeing a great deal of rejection at this level over here, and potentially we're going to see this market trade a bit to the upside, trading potentially into this break over here or this order block over here, and begin to seek lower prices from there to take out this level over here and potentially to trade all the way into this level that we have over here. That is one other scenario that can take place in this market. However, we can also have a push to the upside, break of structure over here, and continuation to the upside to take out potentially this level as well. And therefore we will only see that obviously in the coming days. Monday to Wednesday we will see how the market trades, and then we align ourselves accordingly. However, when you observe this market, there is a possibility that we're going to see it trade all the way into this mitigation block, breaker if you like, and then see how price reacts once it reaches that level. Now we have GBP USD, GU, and what we are seeing is a hurrying momentum into this level over here. Potentially we will see price, after having traded below these levels over here, is for price to continue that bearish momentum that we expected last week into this level over here. And then from there we will see how price reacts. Once it reaches that level, potentially it might trade into it and then reverse into this fair value gap ahead of the continuation to the downside. Another scenario we can see is before price even gets to this level, is for it to trade into this fair value gap that we see aligned here, or simply trade into a higher one that we see over here. Once it has traded into that level, simultaneously trading into a order block or mitigation blocks that we see over here, and begin to crash to the downside to take out the level that would have been created then, and seek lower prices, taking out this level and seeing if price continues further down. That is another scenario that can play out. However, we know that price can shift to the upside as well and use this as potentially support and begin to break structure to the upside, continuing momentum to the upside, and therefore we will see later in the week, Monday through to Wednesday, and observe how the market trades going forward in the week and align ourselves accordingly. Now we are looking at the dollar index, and in this market, just like we had spoken about this fair value gap, price traded into it, reacted off it, and began to seek higher prices, taking out this level over here, and potentially we will see it trade into this high over here as well. At this moment, I'm expecting price to trade into this level, definitely, and after then see if it reacts and rejects, begin to seek lower prices trading into this level over here, which below it is also a fair value gap, and then I'm expecting from there price to react, seek higher prices. Another scenario is that price can potentially trade below, crashing after taking out this level, take out this level over here, and then potentially react off it and begin to seek higher prices. So another scenario is simply for it to trade all the way to this one over here and begin to react off that. However, Monday through Wednesday, we also align ourselves according to what we see price doing to take advantage of either side, be bearish or bullish. And yeah, that's about it. We are having a very bullish dollar of recent times, and therefore when that is the case, the Euro USD and GBP USD is likely to continue to crash to the downside, sustaining the bearish momentum. And with that said, I hope you found value and you become more profitable in your trading. I'll see you on the next video. Ciao.